Video we are going to study for loop. Now my name is Professor Pokharkar MS, HOD Computer Engineering Department, Samarth Polytechnic, Belle. So today's session we are going to study for loop. Okay. Now for loop is called as a entry control loop. Now similar to while loop, it is also entry control loop, but it is a more concise loop control structure. Now why it is called as a more concise loop control structure? Because if we compare while loop with for loop, then in while loop initialization part is written at different statement or different line, then test condition part is written at different line, and increment section part is written at different line. That means in while loop, initialization, test condition and increment section, these three parts are written at three different lines. But in for loop, these three statements are written into the single line, so that it is called as a more concise loop control structure. Okay. Now let us see the syntax of the for loop. Now in this syntax we can see that as I told you that initialization part, test condition part and increment section part, all these three sections are written at single line in for loop. Okay. Now see here, first part is initialization. Okay, here value of control variable is initialized. Initially when for loop is going to be executed, at the entry point this part is executed, initially initialization, and in this part control variable is initialized. After that control goes to the test condition. Control goes to the test condition. Here condition will be checked either it is true or false. When this test condition is true, then control goes inside the body of loop, and here body of loop is executed. Now after execution of body of loop, now control goes to the increment section part. Control goes to the increment section part. In increment section part, value of control variable is increase or decrease. Okay, depending upon the statement used there. Okay, so value of control variable is increase or decrease. And after that again after execution of increment section part, again control goes to the test condition. Again test condition is checked. If it is true, then again body of loop is executed. So this process is repeated as long as test condition is true. But when test condition is false, loop is terminated and directly statement X, which is present outside of the body of loop, is executed when test condition becomes false. Now let us understand same flow of execution using the flow chart. So in for loop, at the entry point, what happened? In the initialization part is executed. After execution of initialization part, test condition is checked. Now if test condition is true, then body of loop is executed, and then control goes to the increment section. In increment section, value of control variable is increase or decrease depending upon the statement used. After executing the increment section, again control goes to the test condition. Now again test condition is checked. If it is true, then again body of loop is executed. After execution of body of loop, again increment section part is executed. So this process is repeated as long as test condition is true. Okay, and when test condition becomes false, then loop is terminated and directly statement X, which is present outside of the body of loop, it is executed. Okay, so this is a flow of execution of for loop we have studied with the help of flow chart. Okay, now let us see the explanation part that I have discussed. Now what we discussed, at the entry point control variable is initialized, then test condition is checked. If it is true, if test condition is true, then body of loop is executed. Then control goes to the increment section part. Here value of control variable is increase or decrease, and depending upon the statement, and it goes to the control goes to the test condition. Now test condition is checked. If test condition is true, then again body of loop is executed, and again control goes to the increment section part, where value of control variable is increase or decrease, and then it goes to the test condition. So this process is repeated as long as test condition is true. But when test condition becomes false, then what happen? Loop is terminated. Loop is terminated and directly statement X is executed, which is present outside of the body of loop. Okay, this is the explanation part. Now Let us see for loop example. Now here header file is defined, main function is defined, here int x variable is declared. Now here x is equal to 0, x less than 5, x plus plus. Now x equal to 0 is called as the initialization part, x less than 5 is called as a test condition part, and x plus plus is called as the increment section part. Now here initially x equal to 0 means x is a control variable which is initialized to 0. X control variable become now 0. Now control goes to the test condition. Here condition will be checked. Now x having the value 0, 0 less than 5, so it is true. So it is true, so that body of loop is executed and it prints Samartha poly. Now after that control goes to the increment section part. It becomes x plus plus, that means 0 value is increased by 1, it become 1. Again control goes to the increment section. Now here 1 less than 5, it is true. Again Samartha poly, this part is executed, and after execution again control goes to the test increment section part. Now 1 plus plus become 2. Now condition 2 is less than 5, 2 is less than 5, it is true. Again Samartha poly is executed and we get the output Samartha poly third time. Now again after execution of body of loop control goes to the increment section part. Now here, now what become the value of now x is increased by 1, it become 3. Now it become 3. Now 3 is less than 5, it is also true. Again Samartha poly is printed, it displays the output Samartha poly. Now again control goes to the increment section. 3 plus plus become 4, 4 less than 5, true. Again body of loop is executed, Samartha poly is printed fifth time. Again control goes to the now increment section. Now 4 plus plus become 5, 5 less than 5, false, so that loop is terminated because here test condition become false, loop is terminated, return 0 is encountered and the program is ended. Now this program will print Samartha poly 5 times. Now in the same manner second example, in the second variable, in the example x variable is declared, initialized to 1, and here test condition is 1 less than equal to 5. So x is initialized to 1. Now 1 is less than equal to 5, condition is true, so this part is executed, it print the value of x, that is 1. Then 1 plus plus become 2, 2 less than equal to 5, true. Again it print the 2. So in the same manner 2, 3, 4, 5 is printed. When x plus plus becomes 6, here 6 less than equal to 5, condition become false, loop is terminated and return 0 is encountered. Okay. Now next program. Now this is the program for printing the odd numbers from 1 to 100. Now first odd number is 1, so that here x is initialized to 1. We have to print odd numbers from 1 to 100, so we have taken the test condition x less than equal to 100, and each odd number is increased by 2. Now each odd number having the difference of 2, so we have taken here increment section x is equal to x plus 2. So 1 plus 2 3, 3 plus 2 5, 5 plus 2 7, in this manner. And now this loop is executed. Now this loop is executed when x, until x is not becoming greater than 0. But when x is greater than 0, this condition become false, loop is terminated. But using this condition we are getting this output 1 to 1 3 5 7 up to the 99. When x become 101, then loop become test condition become false, loop is terminated. Now last example, here is an example of printing the even numbers from 1 to 100 using for loop. Now first even number from 1 to 100 is a 2, so that we have initialized the value of x with 2, x equal to 2. Now 2 is less than equal to 100, condition is true. Now value of 2 is printed. Now again control goes to the increment section. 2 plus 2 4, 4 is less than equal to 100, true. Again 4 is printed. Now in this manner 2 is printed, 4 is printed up to the 100. And after when value become 100 plus 2, 102, then this condition become false, loop is terminated and directly return 0 is executed. Okay, so this is the working of for loop that we have seen. Okay, so for loop is a better as compared to other loop because it reduces the line of code and it is very easy to understand. So in future in C programming we are going to see many programs based on the for loop. So let us stop today.